Hello, we are live from our new place and I'm just crouching down because I don't have my tripod, is that what you call it? I am about to go with Sam into central London. I am gonna head to an event with HarperCollins, a very bookish event, and I thought I'd take you with me because I love these things and I feel like it's so cool to be able to see behind the scenes of a publisher. So if you haven't watched it already, go and watch my little movie vlog, which will explain why am I in a new location, and we'll have also a little flat tour, but I'm just gonna finish getting ready and then we're gonna head out. Okay, this is my outfit. Honestly, it's pretty simplistic because at the moment everything is in storage, but I think it will do because we're casual in publishing. We're here, we're going in.
Kate Patrick, Sophia Sinclair, Lucy Barker, and Lily Annabelle, okay?
Or quite a tragic experience, if that makes sense.
And was it sort of obviously the
Something that was very sexual, sensual, and close to what I've experienced.
This is like quite a few days after the event, but you know, we were moving house and it was really busy. I'm really hoping to be able to do more of these events in the future, so if you're a publisher or a brand looking at this, please get in touch with me. My email is below. And honestly, like, the best thing ever for me is to like meet other people that are doing social media or that are into books, and also to hear directly from the authors. That's something that I used to have obviously a lot in my job when I was working in publishing. So going back to like listening to authors and hearing them talk about their work and their process, it's honestly one of my favorite bits. But let's cut to the chase, and I'm gonna show you the books that I got because there were so many books. I actually didn't grab all of them. I have this really bad habit, I don't know about you, but when there is something for free, I'm just like, mine. But this time I was like, no, I'm just gonna get the books that I think I'm actually going to enjoy reading so that I can then review them and hopefully help the author spreading the word. So I'm gonna put down my cup of tea, I'll have another sip, put down my tea and like substitute that with the books. I haven't touched this bag since like basically the event, so let's just ignore the crisps. Wow, water that I forgot. But let's start with the one that actually I was most excited about, and I didn't manage to stay until the very end when the author was talking, so I'm quite upset about that, but you know, it's been a busy time, so I'm doing my best. So that is the list. Like, the light is reflecting this beautiful cover. It's honestly like a beautiful proof. I love it. I love proofs. Sometimes I love the proofs more than I love the book cover. Tell me if you can relate. This reads, what if your perfect life was a perfect lie? I mean, from award-winning journalist and best-selling co-author of Slay in Your Lane comes a sensational page-turning debut novel about secrets, lies, and our lives online. This just feels so much up my street. Ola, a high-profile journalist at a magazine, is marrying the love of her life in 1 month's time. Young, beautiful, successful, she and her fiancé Michael are the couple goals of their social networks and seem to have it all. That is until one morning when they both wake up to the same message. Oh my god, have you seen the list? Compulsively page-turning, wildly entertaining and piercing with fearless insight, the list is set to be the most hotly debated debut novel of 2023. This is like literally skyrocketing up of my TBR because I have to read it. Now I hate going into reading a book having like too high expectations, but like, come on, this sounds so good. I got this book, which is called How to Say Babylon, a Jamaican memoir, and I'm super intrigued by this. It reads, the more of this world I had discovered, the more I rejected the cage my father had built for me. I saw it finally. If I were to ever break free of this life, I had to run. But how would I ever find my way out? How would I know where to begin? Here, in the same heels that had made my father, now sprung the seed of my own rebellion. This feels like it's gonna be like a little bit more kind of like close to home because of my personal story, like family story, but I'm very, very intrigued. Okay, this one I am extremely excited about, and I was actually at the event when the author was talking about it, and oh my god, I just want this to be good. You know when you like hear an author or read a story and you're like, I need this book to do well. So guys, I need this book to do well. Let's make this book do well. I need to read it yet, but like anyway, you know what I mean? This is called Mrs. S. The proof is so beautiful. Honestly, all of these proofs are really pretty. And it reads, this is what it is to be wanted. Loving her will be impossible. There is nothing I can do to stop it. Powerfully sensual and sublimely stylish, Mrs. S is a tale of queer love that smolders with the heat of summer. I just love it. Okay, the next book, the author wasn't there. The author is Elizabeth Day, and honestly, I have loved her book and their like podcast and things like that, so I was really excited to pick up another book by her. This one is about friendship. It's called Friendaholic, Confessions of a Friendship Addict. So it reads, we often can't find the right words to express the unique depth and complicated beauty of what friendship really is because we've spent so much time heroizing romantic love. This book is an attempt to fill that gap. Friendaholic unpacks the significance and evolution of friendships, from ghosting and frenemies to social media and seismic life events. Sunday Times bestselling author Elizabeth Day asks why there isn't a language that can express the crucial influence of friendship on our world. Honestly, I have personally been going through a lot of transformation in my friendships and my friendship relationships, and I just feel like this book is going to be like a great way for me to process those feelings. She has like such a great way of kind of like creating nuggets of wisdom out of like big life things. So I'm very excited about this one. Okay, this is one of those books that is gonna get me mad, but that it's also like important to read. I know that already. It's called The Patriarch and it's by Angela Saini. This reads, by thinking about gendered inequality as rooted in something unalterable within us, we fail to see it for what it is, something more fragile that has had to be constantly remade and reasserted. In this bold and radical book, award-winning science journalist Angela Saini goes in search of the true roots of what we call patriarchy, uncovering a complex history of how it first became embedded in societies and spread across the globe from prehistory into present. I am personally very careful when I pick up books that are quite sort of like important because I always want to be in a mindset that will allow me to absorb the information without getting particularly angry about stuff. I am extremely sensitive, I'm an empath, so I feel like I'm going to be reading this probably like in a little bit once I have settled into my new life, because I wouldn't want to kind of like read this and get super crossed. Like I'm a child that way. I don't know what to tell you. Like I get so impacted by different energies and by the things that I consume and read. I know that this is going to be a very important book for me to read, but I need to pick the right time. I don't know about you. Let me know if you have like kind of some things that you prefer to read in certain times of your life and some things that you prefer to avoid. But anyway, these are the books that I got from the event. There were more, as I said, and I will probably like list them down below, but stay tuned because I will be reading them, I will be reviewing them. I'm not gonna give myself a timeline because I have so many other books to read as well. Honestly, my TBR is completely out of control, but I'm very excited. Thank you so much to Fourth Estate and the team there for inviting me. It was an absolute dream to come to your offices and to be able to hear from your amazing author. You've got such an amazing list. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for sticking with me. This is like one of my first videos of 2023 and it feels super good to be able to get back into publishing in a capacity that feels most authentic to me. If you have followed my journey, you'll know that I used to work in-house at a very big publishing house, and last year my role was eliminated, so I was laid off and I had to kind of like reshape my career. I never wanted to be too far away from books, and so events like this are a perfect way for me to actually still being in publishing, still interacting with authors and supporting the book industry without being in an in-house role, which quite frankly wasn't for me anymore and just like wasn't working in the way that I wanted to. So this is truly a dream come true. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. As always, put down below anything that you want to ask me to film, and stay tuned because this year we're gonna have lots of amazing content. Okay, I better go read.